Hi guys, this is JC Alcaraz, and for this video we will be having some adjusting entries exercise. So just to have a recap and review, we started with the debit and credit of the accounting cycle. So as of now, hopefully alam nyo na kung kailan magde-debit, kailan magde-credit. And then that is why yung first topic natin is about journal entries. After the journal entries, we had our T accounts or the ledger. Then we had our unadjusted trial balance. Then afterwards, we have discussed adjusting entries. So, tatlong parts. Tatlong parts ng adjusting entries because we have discussed a lot of accounts that needs to be adjusted. And then, right now, for this video, we will be applying those learnings that we had in regards to adjusting entries. So, yung gagamitin natin is the data that we will be using is yung ginamit natin sa unadjusted trial balance. So, kumbaga, from the journal entries up to now, magiging tuloy-tuloy yung data na gagamitin natin, and eventually we will still be using that one in constructing the financial statements. So, without further ado, let us go over the discussion. So, we will be having this data. So, ito po yung data na ginamit natin in our previous discussion on the unadjusted trial balance. So, again, itutuloy lang natin siya by adding additional information. So, ito po yung unadjusted trial balance natin before the adjustments. So, we have 4 additional data na gagawa natin ng adjusting entries. So, if you can remember, we will just be continuing these sets of data and we will be using the same chart of accounts then. Okay, so, ayan. So, the first additional information is 20% of the accounts receivable is deemed uncollectible. So, this is an example of an adjusting entry for bad debts or for doubtful accounts. Okay, so, sabi dyan, 20% daw. 20% of the accounts receivable is deemed uncollectible. So, the first thing that we have to do is to identify how much is our accounts receivable kasi nakalagay dyan 20%. So, in our unadjusted trial balance, we have 1,000 pesos as our accounts receivable. So, 20% of that would be 1,000 pesos times 20%. So, that is 200 pesos. So, 200 pesos daw ang uncollectible. So, we will be applying the things that we have learned. So, we will be recording tawag nito, uncollectible accounts. Hindi, doubtful accounts na lang. We'll just use doubtful accounts. Doubtful accounts expense 200 pesos. So, we'll be recording an expense account in the form of doubtful accounts 200 pesos. So, this is an addition. Okay? Nadagdagan yung doubtful accounts natin, 200 debit. And then, credit allowance for doubtful accounts 200 pesos din. Okay, next. 200 pesos worth of supplies remain. Okay? So, after checking at the end of the month, meron na lang daw natirang 200 pesos. So, in our unadjusted trial balance, meron tayong office supplies amounting to 500. So, initially 500 siya, but at the end of the month, naging 200 na lang daw. So, 500 yung recorded natin. And then, yung actual is just the 200. Therefore, in order to match our records with the actual amount of supplies, kailangan nating bawasan ng 300 pesos yung office supplies natin. So, take note that office supplies is an asset, and in order to reduce it, kailangan natin siyang i-debit, credit. Credit office supplies, $300 kasi nga babawasan natin siya ng 300, and then our debit would be supplies expense, 300 din. So itong mga accounts na ginagamit natin, that can also be found in our chart of accounts. Ayan, supplies expense, then office supplies. Ang wala lang dito is the doubtful accounts. Okay, next adjusting entry, we'll need the equipment have a 5-year useful life with 0 salvage value. So this is in relation to depreciation. Take note, we have to go back to our journal entries. Our entry or our transaction in relation to the equipment is, saan na ba yung equipment natin? Equipment, ayun, equipment 5,000 pesos. So purchased equipment for 5,000 pesos, paying 1,000 in cash. So 5,000 yung equipment natin. And then it was purchased September 25. So let's try to compute. So basically it's just a 5-day depreciation. We can actually ignore, no? We can actually ignore lang kasi sobrang liit ng 5 days. But for purposes of discussion, we will be computing for it. So, if you can remember, depreciation is equals to cost minus the salvage value over useful life. So, in this case, the cost is 5,000, salvage value is 0, divided by 5 years. So annual depreciation is equals to 1,000 pesos. However, we will not be using 1,000 pesos kasi nga this is for annual. Okay? We have purchased our equipment September 25, and then yung adjusting entries natin will be at the end of the month. Therefore, 5 days lang yung lumipas. So, we will not be using the 1,000 pesos as our annual depreciation. So, we can just use 5 over 360. So, we will just be assuming na yung days is 360. So, sir, bakit 5? Kasi 5 days lang eh. 5 days lang from September 25 and then to the last day of the month. Although September has may September 31 ba? Okay, so 30 days lang daw yung September. So nevertheless, we can use this formula. So again, we will not be using the entire 1,000. So let's compute. Palabantag calculator. So 1,000 times 5 divided by 360. So 13.89. So 13.89 yung depreciation natin for 5 days. 5 days depreciation. Okay, record pa rin natin. So the entry would be depreciation expense. Depreciation expense and then accumulated depreciation. 13.89. Okay. And then last one, adjustment for the prepaid rent. Okay. Take note ha, for the prepaid rent, bakit meron siyang adjustment? Let's go back to the unadjusted trial balance. So in the unadjusted trial balance, may nakalagay dyan na 1,200 for our prepaid rent. And balikan natin yung journal entry in relation to our prepaid rent. Okay. So, September 2, paid 1,200 for rent for the month of September. The 1,200 is advance payment for the month of September. Therefore, at the end of the month, the 1,200 has already expired or was used. Therefore, we no longer have a prepaid rent at the end of the month. At the start of the month, September 2, meron tayong asset na tinatawag na prepaid rent. However, at the end of the month, nagamit na natin siya. Therefore, we have to make an adjustment. So, the adjustment for that would be debit rent expense. Sir, bakit rent expense? Kasi nga, nagamit natin yung rent. How much? 1,200. Kasi the 1,200 is good for 1 month. And we have to remove the prepaid rent. Prepaid rent is an asset. Therefore, in order to reduce it, kailangan natin siyang i-credit. 1,200. So, basically, we have 4 adjusting entries. We have this one, this one, this one, and this one. So after that, after having our adjusting entries, supposedly, ili-ledger ulit natin siya. We will be using another ledger for our for our adjusting entries, and then after the ledger, transfer natin siya sa sulat natin. So supposedly, ledger, and then transfer natin siya sa trial balance. However, since konti lang naman yung transactions natin for our adjustments, we can directly put them in the trial balance. Okay, so how do we do that? We just follow the debit and then the credit. So kung debit siya sa adjustments natin, sa adjusting entries natin, debit din siya sa trial balance in the same way as kung credit naman siya, credit din siya sa trial balance. So how do we do that? Ganito lang. So, first, we have doubtful accounts expense. Iakyat natin to. Napalitan na lang natin. Ayan. Okay? So, for our first debit, meron tayong doubtful accounts. Meron tayong doubtful accounts, debit. So far, wala tayong nalagay dito. So, let's just add doubtful accounts. Doubtful accounts, expense. Lagay natin siya sa adjustment. So, gagawa tayo ng additional trial balance. Debit. Then, credit. So, hindi ganun ka-straight. So, we have doubtful accounts. Supposedly, dito natin yan siya ilalagay sa mga particulars. So, how much? 200 pesos. Debit po yan. Then, allowance for doubtful accounts. For doubtful accounts, 200 ulit. Credit. Okay. Next. So, let's just delete this one to make space. Okay. Next would be the debit supplies expense. Supplies expense. Again take note debit po yan. Debit 300. And then we have credit office supplies. So you no longer need to add office supplies here kasi meron na tayong office supplies dito sa taas. And this is credit. 300 pesos. Next, we have depreciation expense and accumulated depreciation. So, depreciation expense, debit, 1389. And then accumulated depreciation, 1389 ulit. And then last, meron tayong rent expense tsaka prepaid rent. Rent expense 1 to debit po yan. And then for the prepaid rent, we no longer have to add an account kasi meron na tayo dito sa taas. So this is credit, 1,200. Okay? So after adding everything, just like dito sa unadjusted, we have to add them just to check if balance ba siya. So 200 plus 300, that's 500 plus 1, 2, that's 17, so that's 1, 7, 13.89. So I guess it's just the same. 1713.89. So balance na yung adjustment trial balance natin. And then afterwards, pagkatapos mong ilagay yung mga adjustments mo, gagawa ka na naman ng another column. Adjusted trial balance. Adjusted trial balance. Same, debit, tsaka credit. Okay. Okay, sir, anong gagawin dito? Simple lang. You have your unadjusted trial balance. You have your adjustment. So, unadjusted trial balance plus minus the adjustment, yun yung ilalagay mo sa adjusted trial balance. Now, how? So, for example, let's start with cash. 15,350. Merong adjustment? None. Therefore, you just copy it. 15,350. Okay? Next, accounts receivable, 1,000. Debit, walang adjustment. So, 1,000 lang ulit. Next, prepaid rent. Prepaid rent, debit siya dito. Merong adjustment, credit. So, debit, 1,2. Credit, 1,2. So, 0. Prepaid rent becomes 0. What about office supplies? Debit siya dito. Here, credit siya, 300. So, debit 500, credit 300. Ang matitira niyan is, so, para siyang ganito. Meron siyang debit 500, tsaka meron siyang credit dito. So, ang matitira is debit 200. Yan yung ilalagay mo sa adjusted trial balance. Then, for the equipment, no adjustment. Accounts payable, no adjustment din. 4,250. 15,000. Drawing, the same. 1,000. 5,500. 500. Di na ako sure kung straight pa ba itong pinagsusulat natin. And then, dito sa baba, you just copy your adjustments. So, wala namang entry dito sa unadjusted. Tapos, debit siya dito. So, it will also be debit here. Then, credit. Then, 300. 1389. 1389. Tsaka, 12. Then, afterwards, you have to add them all together. So, magkano kaya yan? Let's just check kung kaya ng powers. So, this one, 19 to 50. Then, plus 5, that's 24, 750. That's 24, 950. That's 24, 963.89. 24, 963.89. Okay, let's check this one. So this will be 16,350. So 16,550. 21,550. I'm adding the debit po. I'm adding the debit. 22,550, 23,050, 23,450, 23,750, 23,760, 3.89, and then 24,963.8. Okay, so balance. So napatagal kasi di tayo gumamit ng calculator. So that's it, pansit for our adjusted trial balance. Okay, so there you have it, the adjusting entries. I hope I was able to add value sa inyo. And yeah, I have a YouTube channel and gumawa na rin ako ng playlist for the discussion on the accounting for service businesses. I hope that it will help students, accounting students, those that are aspiring to become accountants and bookkeepers as well. So sana mag-improve yung foundation nyo in terms of accounting, and of course, magamit niyo siya sa school tsaka sa mga workplace nyo. That would be all. And before ending this video, I'm requesting everyone, kung hindi ka pa nakapag-like or nakapag-subscribe sa Facebook page ko saka sa YouTube channel ko, please do so because it will greatly help our channel, okay, in order for us to reach more people and to add value to more people. Katulang and maayong gabi sa tanan.